Hello and welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. Today I'll be doing an arena run with basically the team that I would use to do an arena. I'm going to start off by showing off the units I'm using, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So of course I've got Soren. He's like my highest merge and my most invested character. Alphonse, just because I actually have a skill in every slot for him. I could use Ephraim and I could use Robin, but Robin kind of tanks my score, and Ephraim doesn't have all the skills leveled up all the way. Azura to give support to Soren and to everybody else who needs it. And then last but certainly not least, Black Knight, who's pretty much as good as he's probably going to get unless they introduce some brand new super awesome skill. So I know I could also run Black Luna, but I prefer Aether for the healing properties. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and begin. We're gonna start off with Air Force. Okay, this should be an interesting team. So, we've got Walter, who will probably just die to Soren. A Machias, who will probably die to Black Knight. Okay, he's got distant counter, so that makes him more of a threat than anybody else, honestly. And then we've got Alphonse, who somebody actually wasted Swift Sparrow, at least in my opinion, and gave it to him. So that's kind of interesting, I guess. Vulture has escape route, and okay, so I wanted to make sure they didn't have like flyer formation or something. Not that I expect to see that. I'm just a bunch of nobodies, but you never know. So, alright, we're gonna start off by. Oh, and I've been kind of messing around with my Soren, so right now he's got Speed Ploy and Res Ploy. That's why he's got Fury instead of Death Blow. Even though I prefer Death Blow, his Res reaches much higher levels and he's able to ploy more units if he's running Fury. So, that's why he's running Fury. Alright, so we're going to put Soren, hopefully, so
let us sing.
Walter will come towards him, and then we'll just put Azura behind him.
As you will.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do much for Alphonse. Swift Sparrow, since you can't merge, I mean, you can summon or support him, but you can't merge them, so there's not really any point in, I'm not gonna have the two go head to head, so I'm just gonna put Alphonse behind Black Knight. Then end my turn. So we got Panic Point, which would be a bigger deal if I was using a Blade Tome, but I'm not. So,
of course.
Yeah. Just gonna back Azura up.
Let's see.
Obviously. Then since Alphonse can reach one square to the right of the Black Knight, we're just gonna move him into range because Black Knight should be able to handle him no problem. Alright, so Soren's Tome also has attack chill, so that's why Vulture's attack is reduced. And then, yeah, just end it there. I can't really do much else. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. I mean, it didn't matter. He was gonna die regardless. Okay, honestly, I'm a little surprised Soren survives at all. How much speed does he? Oh yeah, he definitely has. Alphonse. I'm gonna put Black Knight there.
Okay.
Soren hop over him. So we can buff his speed and res. Not that he needs the res, but speed is helpful. And then Soren will be closer to Walter when the next turn comes.
Shall we?
And then I'll finish off by buffing Black Knight. So, even more so. Fortunately, Navarre's not really going to be able to do much to Black Knight.
Very well.
So I can just quickly wipe out Walter with Wind's Brand. Because he's been speed ployed and res ployed and attack chilled. So he's pretty much toast. Hopefully we see some more interesting teams. I felt like that one was pretty straightforward, so not very... I mean, it was cool getting to see some different units like Navarre, because I never see Navarre being used, but I don't think that was really all that hard, so... Alright, well this was more of what I was expecting to see. So we've got a Reinhardt. We got double Reinhardts. Gunthuria. Gunthuria has Res Ploy, Defense Ploy 1. Really not all that interesting, honestly. Reinhardt's Reinhardt, but he doesn't have distant counters, so I'm not too terribly worried. And of course, she's about to destroy colorless units, which we don't have to worry about. So, Black Knight should be able to handle them pretty handedly. So the interesting thing is because Reinhardt... Oh, I was gonna say because Reinhardt and Gunthuria's attack are tied. Which is almost the case, honestly. If a unit's attack is tied with the same unit that has the highest, they all get chilled. So you could potentially have the attack chill on all 4 units. It's not very likely, but it could happen.
Let's see.
So we're gonna move Soren up. I don't...
Let us sing.
Reinhardt doesn't have Wings of Mercy, so I'm not really all that worried.
As you will.
I'm
Understood.
gonna move Black Knight up, and then have him break that tile. The Cecilia and Gunthuria won't be able to reach him though because of the oh, what are those tiles called? The anti-horse movement tiles. That's what I'm gonna call them for the time being, because I don't remember. So we're just gonna bait the Reinhardt because, well, Reinhardt's annoying.
Magic is everything.
Yeah, but my magic's better.
I dispose of my enemies.
Maybe eventually I'll try like a heavy blade, heavy blade,
Onward.
I'll try a heavy blade, Aether build on Soren. Really? Wow. Yeah, that's kind of annoying, if I'm being completely honest. So I can't move Alphonse in range of Black Knight, because otherwise Gunthuria will probably just go for him. So,
Okay.
I'm just gonna buff this Azura,
On the way.
have her buff him as well. And then we'll just end our turn and hopefully Black Knight should... Yeah, Black Knight definitely outspeeds. Oh, actually I think they have the same speed, but doesn't matter. we'll just...
Very well.
So now the Speed Boy kicks in. And... well, and the Res Ploy.
Understood.
Kind of unfortunate that...
Shall we?
We can't really do anything. Like, I mean, the only thing I can do is really wipe out this Reinhardt. I mean, that's really the only move I can make at this moment in time, so that's the move I'm gonna make. Via distant counter, Black Knight would definitely have to bait this Reinhardt instead, so
Okay.
yeah. We'll just finish him off with Glimmer.
Are you ready to die?
Overall, this one's not terribly interesting, and that's mostly because, well, okay, that's not the move I expected, and it was an even dumber move, I guess.
Here I go.
So if Black Knight does not kill her, she does anyway. Well, I couldn't have done that, so it's a good thing. Well, it's a good thing he killed her, because if he would have gotten the HP back from Aether, and then Wings of Mercy wouldn't have triggered, and then she would have had her pick, but I mean, I really don't think she would have done much, so either way. Alright, so that's the first two battles down and out of the way. I think that's my first time really bumping into the sword version of Reinhardt. So we're just gonna use a crest. I don't really want to take 704 for the obvious reasons, because I've obviously scored much higher. Alright, that's more like what I want to take. So that's what we're gonna take. Oh boy, this map. I'm not a huge fan of this map. Thankfully Soren still has more res than Ellie would. I assume he has more than everybody else. Yeah. And this Leaf isn't built beyond what he normally has, so. Alright, so our first order of business is going to be trying to get Soren within that, well, within the range of Reinhardt, because if I can get rid of him, that's...
As you will. Very well.
Which I can't really do. I'll be able to do that next turn, but...
On the way.
For now, I'm just gonna move everybody up like that. And call it there. Because I can't really do what I want to do, so... With his speed...
Okay.
Oh, he's got res chill. Interesting.
Let's see.
So, I think Alphonse is gonna be alright. But, just to give Soren an extra boost against Reinhardt, I'll move Alphonse back. Because his tome is also an owl tome, so... yeah. And then I'll just call it there. So he's not running Moonbow, Quick and Pulse,
Out of my
which is
way.
good, honestly. It's annoying.
Okay.
So we outspeed Life. No problem. We kind of get destroyed by Hollywood.
Very well.
So we're just, for the time being, we're just going to take out Leaf. And then I'll probably move Alphonse. And help take out Hollywood.
As you will.
So,
Understood.
kind of get wrecked. But, doesn't really matter.
Of course.
Because
Okay.
you can easily just use Soren to wipe out. Oh, wait.
Out of my way.
And then Hector. I'm kind of surprised I don't see Hectors with hammers. I get his main appeal as his weapon,
Let's
but
see.
at the same time, I think a hammer would make him more effective against more people. But since we're in desperation range, Hector can't just encounter us, so we're just gonna easily wipe him out. I would use Black Knight, but that's a waste of our time, so I'm just gonna wipe him out with Sword. I think this run's going pretty well so far. I'm sure eventually we'll get some interesting unit that takes me down. Okay, I don't understand why I get 702s and then I get like 714s. It's like... Or 704s, come on. You were giving me better scores before. I don't want to waste a bunch of doing crests, but when I know I can score much higher, and I'm not really using them for anything else, I might as well. If you have any comments on the builds I have on like Soren, or is there like what I could do to make them better? We are going to get an attack, drive attack, Sacred Seal, so I plan on switching that out for spur attack once we have it. Okay, I don't know why it's being so stingy now. It's not like how you do in the battle dictates what you get in your next battle. If we get a 710, I'll take that since it's being so picky. Okay, or 712. Alright, that works. So, let's see what we got. We got a non-flame segment Ephraim, which is kind of surprising. We've got a Falchion refinement for Marth, who just gives out all the buffs. And then we've got Cheesy, been there, done that, Lightning Breaths. So, I think Black Knight can handle... I mean, he should be able to handle the dragons on a defensive tile, but we'll just have to see.
Very well.
So the nice thing about attack chill is it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be within range of a unit, it just automatically does it, so. I'm just gonna park Soren there. And then put off odds behind Black Knight for the spur attack whenever we get to it.
Okay.
I'm honestly kind of surprised that Martha... Well, I mean, I guess I can't be too surprised. Not everybody has distant counter. Fodder. See, also being hit by... Okay. Want to look at the attack. Not defense. Okay, so with the buff that it gets from Ephraim, he's actually in attack chill range, which is kind of funny. So, I want to break this block just so the dragons more freely kind of run up there, but
Let's see.
so we can't quite finish Marth yet. But
Very well.
we aren't in any danger from Ephraim. So we can just simply have Azura dance us.
Let us sing.
take out Marth.
Are we done here?
If we had that Glimmer before, it would have been one-shotted, but we're gonna leave Black Knight there because of the defense tile. Then Alphonse can stay behind there for the spur attack. So we wipe out Faye, no problem, because we aren't ranged. She doesn't get to pick her defense. So.
Let's see.
If I'm not careful
Okay.
with how I go about this,
Yes.
Tiki will probably could very easily kill Black Knight if he doesn't stand that defense time.
Very well.
Well, thanks for making it easier. Kind of.
Of course.
Okay.
So we still don't wipe her out, but we kind of get close. So I'm just gonna back everybody off. And I'll move Alphonse back for the spur. I know Alphonse really isn't getting any action, but I don't trust him not to just be murdered, so. That's why I'm not putting him in front of anything. If he needs to be, it'll probably just be a green unit. But with Wrath and Aether, we just took out that Tiki like it was nothing. But never underestimate dragons, because sometimes, especially Noe, can just surprise you. So that's our 4th battle so far. It's going pretty well. Hopefully we don't have to fish through a bunch of battles for another high-scoring one. I jinxed it. I mean, I've never managed to stay in tier 20, but it'd be cool if I did, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I don't know why it's starting to lag now all of a sudden, but alright, here's a Bridal Cordelia. So let's see, Cordelia. Okay. Guard. That's a good choice, honestly. Then we got Standard and Igo build. And then we got the Refined Sigmund before Flame Sigmund was a thing. And unfortunately I kind of did the same thing. Which really sucks because that's 200 Divine Dew that could have been used elsewhere. But I do have Flame Sigmund on my Ephraim, so. Then of course we've got pretty much the most cut and dry build you could do for, well, this is like the high tier build that you can do for it. And it's a plus 10. Oh boy. So, we gotta be very careful moving forward. Fjorm would be really nice in this map because, well, she just kinda would be, so. I'm actually gonna play a very patient game. But this one I'm not even gonna move up quite yet.
Let's see.
On the way.
So, I just want to see who moves forward.
Okay.
And that's what I was hoping. 51 speed, that's insane. So the good thing is that I don't think we're in danger from really any big threats yet, but we can be. Yeah, careful.
Let us sing.
Let's see.
Alright, so I'm just gonna kind kind of move Soren over here so he's out of the way. I don't want to separate him too much because then Ephraim can just come up and say hello. But
Here I go.
move Black Knight up
As you will.
and Alphonse up and call it a turn. So here's the issue now.
Okay.
The issue is that okay, he doesn't have a
Understood.
so alright, I'm gonna put Black Knight here.
On the way.
Move Azura. Actually, it's probably better if she stays there.
Shall we?
And then I'll give Black Knight those spurs as well. So hopefully, and Igo goes straight for Soren. And that was the case. So should hopefully be able to deal with Ephraim.
Are we done here?
Hopefully Black Knight can at least take one hit from him. And thanks to Steady Breath, even though he has guard, we're still getting one charge. And we just had enough to kill him.
Know your place.
So I think because of Aether, we're actually going to survive this.
Wonderful.
Yep. Barely, but
Let's see.
it's over. And we'll just... To make sure we finish him off, there's nothing like overkill, so... That's what we're doing. If you're wondering why I left Azura there, I wanted to make sure someone got support buffs that, that she can give Soren, so... Or that Azura can give to Soren, so... That's why I had her stay there. I was debating that because then I could put Alphonse in range, but didn't really need to do that, so she just stayed there. A Gunter in tier 20, that's interesting. But we want higher scoring, so... Which the game seems to off and on like to give me. Alright, we'll take the 712. Ooh boy. Alright, we got Wings of Mercy, Triangle Adept, performing our Azura. We've got Vengeful Fighter, Zelgius, who is a plus 6. We got Harden, who's a plus whatever. Super fun. And then we've got Sheena. I think Sheena, even though Sheena's really tanky, I think Sheena's probably the least of our worries. Thankfully we have Black Knight. And thankfully Zelgius does not have Bold Fighter, because otherwise that would be a big issue. So I don't think, yeah, oh, Armor March. That's also a thing. I think, yeah, that's just Ward Armor. Oh boy. And Zelgius has Armor March as well. Okay. So we've got our work cut out for us on this one. But I think we can do it.
Very well.
Of course.
Yes.
I would do that, but I don't want to, so...
As you will.
We're just gonna end our turn here. So, the nice thing is that now, actually, I'm not sure why it's getting debuffed so much. Oh, Panic Poi, doy!
Okay.
So I'm gonna have Soren buff Azura. And then I'm going to... Okay, so the good news is... I'm gonna move Azura over here.
Let's see.
And then call it a turn.
Onward.
So we're gonna move Black Knight up
Shall we?
and put Alphonse behind him. I kind of wish I had a dual rally on Alphonse, but those take a lot of SP, and I've never really used Alphonse that much. So that's kind of why his kit's so, like, limited.
Okay.
So, gonna move Soren over for the obvious reason. We're gonna try to set up a kill on
Very well.
Arden, which we can, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then we should be able to bait Azura into attacking Black Knight, so I think we got this. I might help out with a speed and res ploy, but... Or that could be a thing. Oh boy. But, good news is...
Here I go.
I think we can just wipe Zelgius out. Because he doesn't have Vantage. If he had Vantage, we probably would have died there. So, that's a good thing he didn't.
Okay.
And then we'll just put Soren here so he can debuff. Dang, I can't even think of her name. Sheena. Alright, so...
Understood.
Just use Black Knight again.
Know your
And
place.
we'll get his health even closer to full. But... doesn't really matter because now... all that's left is Azura. Honestly, I kind of thought Harden was our biggest threat. But... Soren handled him pretty easily, so... that's it for this map. So I think we've got one more battle to go. And I think we're on... yeah, we're definitely on par to break my other score. I don't think it'll keep me in tier 20, but it was a good attempt. With Fjorm and the water blessings, though, on the last week, I was able to get 720, so... yeah. Hopefully we don't have to wait for another high-scoring one. It's not as high as I want. So we're gonna use another one of these, unfortunately. But it's not like I use them, like, so ridiculously. And 4. Jeez. 700? I think that's the lowest we've seen. $706. There would have been a time where I would take these, but yeah, just the game just isn't giving us that 710, 712 for whatever reason. I mean, 714 is probably the highest we can get with this team. And if I had given Alphonse a dual rally instead of drawback, he probably could have contributed maybe an extra point. But we just aren't getting that. Alright, come on. This is really dumb. Arena's not my favorite game mode. Arena can be really frustrating. Especially like now, when you're just getting really low scores, and you know you can at least get like another 4 points higher. Really? Come on. Alright, I don't want to use a whole bunch of these, because I shouldn't have to, for one. If we get 710, I'll take that, but... Alright, we will take the 710. Even though I'm pretty sure this is just going to be horse cavalry. And it totally is. Oh boy. Not what I wanted to face, because Brave Lynn's really annoying, and I hate fighting her, because she's just... she's a nuisance! So I'm going to put Azura over here. Black Knight and Alphonse are going to go this way, hopefully. So, Reinhardt with the sword does not have a gold cavalry. Sigurd has distant counter. Man, he completely got rid of Crusader's Ward, which is stupid, but whatever. And looks like Brave Lynn is the recipient of all of our buffs. I'm glad it's not a Brave Bow Lynn, but it's still annoying. And then we've got, of course, Reinhardt with his stereotypical, very boring build.
Let's see.
So I'm gonna put
Of course.
Zara on this side of Soren,
Very well.
and then place him here. And we're
As you
gonna
will.
nonchalantly draw
Onward.
Black Knight back. And yeah, they're going the opposite way to nobody's surprise.
Okay.
Let us sing.
But thankfully, due to the horse tiles, we can still
Here I go.
make this work.
Yes? Very well.
So, jeez. Alright, we are not in the best of positions, and I kind of figured this would happen. At least once. I was hoping it wouldn't be on the final battle, but I'm terrible at AI manipulation, and I really should have known they would have gone this way. So, I think Black Knight can... well,
On the way.
so, alright.
Let's see.
I want to know his effective range.
Shall we?
I'm gonna move Alphonse and Black Knight back. Oh boy,
Okay.
oh, wait, okay. I know what I'm gonna do. Or wait, I don't, do I? I totally don't.
Let's see.
He's just gonna go after Azur. And I don't really have any other choice.
Of course.
She definitely won't survive a hit from
Understood.
Brave Wind. So,
Okay.
I mean, we can definitely wipe them out, but then we've got Master Sword Reinhardt to worry about, which is another bag of worms. So, that surprised nobody.
This must be fate.
He's gonna go for the safest damage possible.
As you will. Let's see.
Alright, so I think we have this.
Onward.
Barely, but
Shall we?
I think we do. So with the attack defense buff that I can give to, from the Black Knight to Alphonse, we can wipe out Brave Lynn. Getting rid of one of the biggest threats to our mages.
Okay.
Gotta be really careful not to double tap.
Very well.
Alright, so we're just gonna wipe out this Reinhardt, thankfully, because of the horse tiles. The only opponent Sigurd can actually attack is Alphonse. Which I'm less than thrilled about, but I think Alphonse can take.
Let us sing.
At least one hit.
Let's see.
And we can just
I dispose of
quickly
my
wipe
enemies.
out Reinhardt.
Yes. Okay. As you will. Here I go.
Alright, so here's our move. We're gonna have Azura come down
On the
here
way.
and then dance
Understood.
Black Knight.
Shall we?
Weaving.
Very well.
I was afraid of that. It's the only thing I can do.
It's over.
Well, this wasn't great, but I'm still gonna finish the run because
Onward.
we're so close.
Yes. Let's see. Here I go.
I actually think Alphonse might be dead now.
Above all, the mission. Raise your sword.
Okay, we barely survived that,
Understood.
to my surprise. He doesn't have Vantage, so I think I can just attack him with Black Knight.
Okay.
And then we can just wipe him out with Soren. Unfortunately, this wasn't a perfect run. I wanted it to be. I mismoved. I should have... Well, I should have done a lot of things. But it could have been a lot worse, honestly. It does bug me that we lost it so close. I thought Alphonse would not survive that Aether, and he would have. So I could have just left him there and we would have been fine, but I wasn't sure, because honestly, why would I think that he could survive that? But yeah, that's sad, because that would have broken my score. But either way, it's still a good score. It didn't break my score, but still good to see what goes into a regular arena run. So, for me. So anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.